Bans on guns is unconstitutional. A Chicago judge ruling. That's right. A Chicago judge said a ban on a gun is unconstitutional. Number one, an Illinois judge ruled that gun rights of a felon convicted of multiple armed robberies are protected by the Second Amendment. This one I agree with. You know, they got some laws on the books that don't make any sense, and these laws don't even stop crime. You know, these laws are just there to, if you ask me, to take gun rights from law-abiding citizens, people who abide by the law, and takes the gun rights from them. Because you know, when a criminal want a gun, they don't go to the store and buy one and get a background check. They just go wherever they can go and just get one. And so, who's most likely to go to the store, get a background check, get a gun? A law-abiding citizen. So, if you got gun laws that say, hey, you got to do this and you got to do that, and them the laws that law-abiding citizens abide by, and we can't get a gun, working people, that's crazy. Well, then the laws don't work, because while we got so much killing, so much mass shootings, if you got these laws on the book, they're supposed to stop everything, which is a lie, because there's so many guns on the streets freely on the black market, you know, that people can buy, that they ain't never going to stop crime, no matter what type of law they pass. We might as well let everybody have one and everybody protect themselves. You can watch the news and see on the news people jumping out of cars and just robbing people coming out of the stores and robbing people on the highway. Just let the people, let everybody have one so they can protect themselves. And stop trying to lock people up when they have gun licenses or when they protect themselves. This system is so wicked. You know, you tell a person to go get a gun license, you tell a person self-defense, you know, they can do self-defense, and then try to find a reason to lock them up when they protect themselves or when they got a gun legally. Sad, man. But I agree with this judge. Whatever crime I do, it shouldn't be enough to take away my gun rights. Not as dangerous as the world is today. The world is very, very dangerous today. You know, all kind of innocent people getting robbed for no reason, just sometimes in the wrong place at the wrong time. And so, for that reason, I believe everybody should be allowed to have a gun. Number two, in the case where a guy showed a gun and robbed somebody on the train, the judge ruled based on Supreme Court case rifle, pistol versus bearing. And I don't know what that case was about, but like I said again, I agree with this judge. You know, stop taking away gun rights. This world is more dangerous than ever. Just being in public, just being at the gym. There's all kind of mass shootings everywhere. In school, definitely in the school. Waiting in your car. It's too much, man. You know, let everybody protect themselves. Number three, Judge Gettleman said by failing to provide felons with any means to repair their lost gun rights, there is a far greater burden on the right to keep and bear arms. Let me read that one again. Judge Gettleman said, by failing to provide felons with any means to repair their lost gun rights, there is a far greater burden on the right to keep and bear arms. Now, this one I definitely agree with. You got to give somebody a chance to repair their gun rights. You can't say you banned for life. Sometimes you get the feeling in this system, this legal justice system, that these laws are only targeted at certain people. Sometimes you get that feeling. And I'm probably right, you know. But you have to give people a second chance. You can't just say, oh, you did something at age 19 and you forever banned. You have one, then you're going to jail. Come on now, I might not, if I'm 50 years old, I did something when I was 19, I most likely ain't the same person at 50 that I was at 19. At 50, I super know better, and I'm way more cautious. Number four, in Price's case, he found removing his right to have a gun was greater offense than when colonists in 1791 had their guns seized from them when they would not pass loyalty tests. He found removing his right to have a gun was a greater offense. I believe that one. I believe it's an offense to remove a person gun rights because, you think about a long time ago, everybody had one, and it wasn't really a big deal about murder and stuff like that. Now, since 50s, 60s, murders have went up, but you would think they would stop making guns or banning guns, period, but they didn't. So to make these bogus laws that don't stop anything is just crazy to me. So like I said, from the 50s to 60s, murders have went up, guns have went up, but removing people gun rights ain't the answer. That's just point blank. They've been removing people gun rights, and these murders still going up. So there's your point right there. That's the proof. Number five, quoting from 2023 decision in Range versus Attorney General of U.S. lifetime ban is not rooted in our nation's history tradition. There you go. That's not what the forefathers intended when they wrote the Constitution. They never intended on somebody's gun rights to be banned forever. And so this stuff is kind of ridiculous. And I keep seeing these cases go back to court over and over. And hopefully one day they stop it, final and for all. They reverse some of these bogus laws, stopping people from getting guns, protecting themselves, protecting their family. I hope it's reversed one day. These cases keep showing up in court, so I believe it's close to, letting people with domestic violence get their gun rights restored and let lower level criminals or one-time criminals get their gun right. Don't ban somebody for. Yeah, give people a second chance. You don't have to. The system don't have to be so harsh on people that make mistakes, especially people that make one mistake. Don't ban us like that. Don't do that one. But you get different people in power. They get a little power and they want to start targeting people. They play like they fixing a problem, or maybe they getting paid to play like they fixing a problem, and they really not solving nothing. They're just taking money from whoever supports them, and then they make up some stuff and play like they're trying to solve the problem. But I think this time is coming to an end. Some of these bogus gun laws will be stricken down, and people will have their rights restored. Not dangerous people, but law-abiding citizens. And that's my 2 cents on this, and I'm out.